Hello. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good. I hope you're all doing okay.
We're just sitting here, sounding like we're at a smoky lounge, having a cocktail, which not yet.
Hello, Mike Wheeler, Nebel. Welcome in. And Timothy Rainwaters, thank you for being here.
Yeah, you guys are so here, so punctual.
Thank you so much for showing up. It's great to have you all here. It is time for the Daily Dose of Disney.
Yeah. We are live, aren't we?
Yeah, we're live.
Can you guys hear us?
I certainly hope they can. The little microphone is showing that it can hear us. So,
I didn't know.
And you see it says live here on the screen.
Oh, they need to. Mike's doing his due diligence and being the good YouTube stewardess for our chapter.
He's definitely a good chapter. That's part of his networking group. Let's go ahead and drop this. There we go. That's a little better.
Why? I don't want to look like that.
I hope you all enjoyed. We had our show last night. We all talked about bed knobs and broomstick. We had a great conversation. It was a lot of fun. And everyone, thank you for being here last night. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was more of a review than a club.
Yeah.
We're going to probably have to rethink.
What do you think of that? Should we call it the movie club or the movie review? I'm kind of liking that. Hello, Timothy.
Does everybody want to participate?
Cynthia, Mar, great to have you.
Yeah, we just want to know everybody's opinion because we might turn it into a review if we talk about it because we didn't do any trivia and we didn't want to get anybody upset. So I just thought.
Cynthia likes the name club.
Okay, but it's club that we might not have trivia all the time. So I don't know how much you'll participate.
You can do either that way.
You could do.
We can do the review or not. Yeah, we could do it either way, I guess. Yeah. So we could keep it the movie club. Who knew there were different versions?
Well, there's a movie review.
I know.
Which we did a review, and then the movie club.
No. She's talking about the different versions of the movie.
Oh yeah. We didn't know that until yesterday or 24 hours because
it was a couple of hours before
called us.
When Derek and Gregory were saying that they were watching something. No, you know what? No, it's Yeah, you know what? I want the longer one too.
Oh, I'm obsessed to finding a copy.
They didn't know that there was a difference, and then that's. As we were doing the research, that's when we found out about it. Hello, Carlos. Carlos, I hope your stream went well today. I'm sorry I could not be there. I'm on my afternoon break right now from work. That's why it works out so well this time. And Mike is saying it could be in the movie club that they could have segments where it's just about talking about it and put it in info. And there could be times when you just were to meet trivia. Okay.
Yeah, we have to.
We're still playing with the format. We want to get that format just right so that it's going to be the same, consistent. Everyone will be able to count on what's going to happen when, that kind of thing. So, because, let's face it, most movies are all, they all tell a story. So we can talk about that story.
Okay. Thank you, Cynthia. I do appreciate it because, not to say it's like, do I want to plunk out $30 to see the extra version? It's just I'm not in the mood to do that right now. But it is something I do want to see it because it is it's a very good movie. It's up there with, a giant big thumbs up.
And here's our little inside thing. Pam's fan, one of our favorite humans. Hello, Pam. Great to see you here. It's May 19th, 2020. How about that? We're almost 2/3 of the way through the month. Wow. Can't believe it.
2/3, I know.
And this is the day before Disney Springs returns. So, yeah. Rachel, we will be going to the post office box probably Friday.
Friday because it's more at his work, but since we're not going out, so we try to keep it on a weekly basis and,
Yeah, exactly.
But before he was going every single day because he's working every single day. It's just now, because we had to find the right locale for it.
Tomorrow is 5/20/20.
5/20/20.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
5/20/20 in 2020.
Okay. If you guys got the surprise, can you guys open up Monday night stream? We will do. Just give us instructions.
Sure, definitely. So it's 220 days until Christmas.
Isn't it 220 miles into outer space? That's why Space 220 is officially into outer space.
Something like that.
That's why they called it Space 220 is because it's officially
out of the stratosphere.
Out of the stratosphere. It's actually in outer space is 220, and that's 220 miles.
Could be.
I have to look that up. I think that's why they call the restaurant that.
Okay, that's what Cynthia said. So yeah. By the way, today is also a delicious food day. It is National Devil's Food Cake Day.
We have a chocolate pound cake. So that's as close as we're going to get.
Yeah, and actually, we're going to show you how to make that pound cake. We have a video that has begun production of how to do a chocolate pound cake. So that will be forthcoming. Just paying attention to Pepper Tree Villas to when we upload our videos. If you have not done so, please ring that bell so you know when our videos go live or when we happen to be live streaming. It'll let you know. Okay, let's go ahead and give this one a start. It is May 19th. Let's take the Wayback Machine to 1906.
That's far
over 100 years ago. On this day, a gentleman was born.
Walt was only 5 years old.
Yeah. A gentleman was born. His name was James McDonald.
And who is James McDonald, you're saying? And we don't do births a lot, so it must be important.
Yeah, this is the only reason why I put this one in is because it's very recognizable for this one. He's a voice actor as well as a sound effects man. He was the second voice of Mickey Mouse. That's a big deal. The first voice was Walt himself. Third voice was Wayne Allwine. And we just mentioned Wayne on the Daily Dose yesterday, a couple of days ago.
The official voice. Now, there's other people that will do voices for like recordings and theme parks and stuff, but the official animated real voice of Mickey is Wayne Allwine, and I think he still does it with another person.
No. Wayne Allwine died 11 years ago.
Did he?
He died in 2009, which is why we mentioned him. Because he was... No, he died.
Oh, Rusty Taylor just croaked.
Yes, Rusty Taylor, his wife...
Who's Minnie?
Who was Minnie. She just passed away as well.
Like last year.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, can you believe really the voice of Mickey and Minnie were really married in real life?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mickey and Minnie, I don't think they'll ever be married. They'll always be boyfriend and girlfriend.
I
don't know if Mickey's ready for a commitment like that. He's busy with this, running a studio and theme parks.
Mickey wears shorts with no shirt, and Donald wears a shirt with no pants.
Yeah, that's true.
Go ponder that.
Yeah, ponder that.
The clothes. Why does Pluto don't talk, but Goofy does, and they're both dogs?
Also, another good one to ponder.
I know.
So anyway, this guy,
that's my life.
He played the voice of Mickey Mouse in Mickey and the Beanstalk. He did the voice for Mickey in the House of Mouse. According to the research that I had,
he
was all the way up to that point. I thought Wayne Allwine was already doing it at that point.
Wayne was doing it since the 90s.
So did I. But
I'll have to check that out.
He was also part of the Firehouse 5+2. That was the jazz band that was part of the Disney studio. But one thing that he did create, he was a sound effects man. He created that sound that everyone hears when they're waiting in line for Big Thunder Mountain as the train goes down, as it crests the hill, and you hear like the railroad sound of the train itself going down the track. He created that sound.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very good special effects.
Just like we were talking about the guy yesterday who was the voice of
the wildest wild, the wide in the wilderness.
He was one of the actors in the movie Bedknobs and Broomsticks. So 2 references to Big Thunder Mountain in less than 24 hours.
Very iconic attraction.
We do our best to try and dovetail things so everything goes together nicely. So yeah, he created that sound effect. Now let's take the Wayback Machine now forward to 1960.
Wow.
On this day in 1960, the movie Pollyanna was released. Pollyanna was the first film that starred Haley Mills. Haley Mills, of course, you've seen her in movies like The Parent Trap, and a film that we did for the movie club, That Darn Cat. So, yeah. But
Pollyanna.
The movie Pollyanna, it's on the list. It's part of the Wheel of Fun that we were spinning last night during the movie club.
That's right.
So if it had come up, we would have been watching Pollyanna, but I may go ahead and watch it anyway because
we're gonna watch. I mean, we watched Love Bug. It was on that because we just want to. Doesn't mean that we.
I have never seen Pollyanna from beginning to end. I've seen bits and pieces, but never from beginning to end.
No, I've never watched.
So I'd like to do that.
I was so young. I don't think I paid attention. I know it's
the prism's fascinating.
Is that the attraction?
Yeah. There was also something about this movie, though. Hayley Mills actually won an Oscar for this movie. She wasn't the best actress or anything. She won something called the Juvenile Award. Let me read this. The Academy Juvenile Award was also known as the Juvenile Oscar, and it was given by the discretion of the Board of Governors of the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences, which is the organization who puts on the Oscars. They gave her the award in 1961, and she was also the last person to receive that award.
Doug, yes, it's absolutely different. I do agree. Stuff that you remember or know of when you're a kid and you see it completely different as an adult, it has there's the similarities, but it's completely different because your brain is not fully functioning like it's not developed.
Yeah. Very true. So Hayley Mills was the first person or the last actress to receive the Oscar for the Juvenile Award category. It disappeared after 1961. The first person to receive it was Shirley Temple for the body of work she did in 1934. Oh, she's talking about Pollyanna examining the prisms in the old man's house. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to see that because I do not remember that.
I have to look. Like we said, we're going to have to watch that movie.
I know. I've been accused of being Pollyanna because of my outlook on life.
And I'm just an old curmudgeon, a bitter old curmudgeon.
Yeah. But my friend that passed away last year, Charlie, I've also referred to myself as Charlie because Charlie was always very upbeat and positive. So you can call me Pollyanna, call me Charlie. I'll probably respond to it.
Yeah.
1971. Here's something interesting. It's not a new attraction, but it's just a new name. The Davy Crockett Explorer canoes opened at Disneyland on this day in 1971.
And you're saying Davy Crockett was there on the opening day of Disneyland-ish.
Yeah.
But it got modified.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The original attraction, it was not an original opening day attraction. It opened less than a year later, July 4th, 1956, but it opened as the Indian War Canoes. It was part of the Indian Village expansion that they had at Disneyland. They had, American Indians that used to dance in tribal circles and things like that. It was a very, very popular in that time. Westerns, huge in the 50s and 60s, huge. But by the late 60s, early 70s, America had lost it's fallen out of favor.
Yeah, the whole Indians, Old West kind of thing went out of fashion.
Yeah, it really did, especially because people stopped referring to them as Indians and
Native American.
Going as Native American. So, that's all part of our culture. That's just the way things go. But when the Indian Village closed in 71, they decided to go ahead and do it. Now, Davy Crockett canoes and the Indian War canoes originally opened in Frontierland, but they are now part of Critter Country. They moved the dock at Disneyland where you can load onto the canoes. I've been on this attraction several times. It is a workout. It's a free-floating canoe. You've done that before, haven't you? Have you ever seen anyone fall in?
No.
Neither did I. Never saw anyone fall in. However, I had a friend that worked at the park, and she was part of the canoe races before the parks would open during the summer. They would always do them like at 6 o'clock in the morning. Even Josh DeMoro was part of the race a couple years ago. So he was on one of the teams. Lots of fun. Very cool stuff. But when it opened, it was a D ticket attraction.
That's high.
Yeah, a D ticket.
That's really high.
Yeah, 1956. Well, they had A, B, C, and D. When that one opened, it was a D ticket. And then when the Matterhorn opened in 1959, they introduced the E ticket.
Right.
So E-tickets started at Disneyland in 1959.
And how much was an E-ticket when it first opened? Was it 75 cents?
Somewhere between 50 and 75 cents. I'll have to do the research on that and actually get back to you. I want to do a ticket video of some type.
Yeah, because the attraction each attraction only cost so much. And then when the big ones came, it was like, we got to charge even more.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were huge.
But of course, Davy Crockett, the name was inspired by Davy Crockett from the miniseries that appeared on the original Disneyland TV series.
Cynthia, that is true. I came after the fact of when I started really going to Disneyland. The first time I went, it was the all-you-can-eat you buy a pass, you go in and do whatever you do. You know the ticket really, really, really well, and how you had to
I remember
covet and
holding on. We had to decide what ticket.
Yeah.
What are we going to use for what ticket?
So, when you go for the old school and you have the older type of mentality of like, you had the sense of scarcity, so you couldn't go on everything you wanted. As you get older, that mentality still brings into you. So when you have your all you can eat, you feel like you have to go on everything. And I'm like one of those. It's like, if I get on a few attractions, I'm okay. Yeah. But he's like, no, we got to go on everything.
Yeah, should we welcome Orlando guy got his new computer? He got his computer back.
Good.
That's fantastic news, Richard. Congratulations. Great news. 2000.
Thank you, Amex.
Year 2000, Disney's animated feature was released on this day. That movie, of course, is called Dinosaur.
I don't know. I know I saw it.
I've seen it before.
I can't remember it to me, but I think I gave it a thumbs down.
Yeah. I wasn't really a big fan of it. I was also not a fan that they renamed the attraction at Animal Kingdom. I liked the name Countdown to Extinction.
I think it fit what it was, and then they kind of made it.
Yeah, but just calling it Dinosaur is kind of dull. Mm-hmm. I know why they did it, but it's kind of dull. 2006, another dull thing that they did. They toned down Mission Space at Epcot on this day. So on 2006, as of this day, the non-intense version of Mission Space opened. The original version officially premiered August 15th, 2003. So
3 days later.
Less than 3 years later, they had a calm version so that people didn't get sick or have problems with motion issues. I guess the centrifugal force, almost like being in a centrifuge.
It's 2.5 Gs.
It was intense.
It was really intense, and people were like passing out or vomiting. So they had the vomit crew, and then they had to add immediately little fans to blow on you to help with the nausea. And then they realized that the attraction wasn't getting as popular as it was because it was just too intense for people. They wanted it, and that's why they ended up changing the colors 3 years later. We've only been on it because of the whole motion thing. I love all these attractions, but I can get sick really easy. I can't read while the car's going.
I have no problem.
He could do that like crazy. I cannot do. I'll get car sick.
That's why I'm navigator. Anytime we go in,
I drive. I love driving.
I navigate.
I look down and read my phone just for a few minutes. I get up and I'll projectile vomiting.
It's true.
I get totally nauseous. So, and Mission Space to me is, I could care less.
By the way, for those of you in the chat, Richard's comment about the Cat from Outer Space is referring to the fact that is the next movie for the Disney Plus Movie Club. That's going to be in June. June 8th is the day for the movie club. That's going to be the Disney Plus Movie Club, The Cat from Outer Space. So check it out. We will let you know more about that information as it's coming, but we'll let you know about trivia and things like that if we're doing trivia. Let's say that we will do trivia for that one because I can't imagine that there's too much information.
Yeah, I think we need to get people. We got some people.
We'll get you more
the equal balance.
We'll get an equal balance and get you involved on that one. So let's find out about that, and then we'll work it out. 2007, on this day, they did a gala premiere, another one at Disneyland, for yet another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. This time, number 3 at World's End. I think that was number 3. Anyway,
it's up there.
They did the premiere.
Let me go get my gloves.
Oh.
It's how many do we have? They did what?
They did 5 movies, but I think we only have 4.
I think we have 5.
So, and there's a space and there's a cat. It's true. So they did the gala premiere. Now, when they do a premiere at Disneyland, it's a big deal. They have the screen not in a theater. Instead, they build the screen on Tom Sawyer Island. So it sits across the river from New Orleans Square, pretty much where the stage is for Fantasmic. So they shut down Fantasmic for a few weeks while they build the whole movie set.
Okay.
And then they do
which one?
Stands at World's End. They do stands in New Orleans Square along the edge of the river so that guests, as they're coming in, have a place to sit down.
Okay, so they did the first one was The Curse of the Black Pearl, Blu-ray. Dead Man's Chest,
number 2.
And it does say 2 here.
Okay.
They didn't do 1 there, but they did 2.
And number 3 was At World's End.
At World's End.
Okay. So there was a third
packaging.
One. It was premiered this day at Disneyland on in the year 2007, and then 6 days later it opened in movie theaters across the country.
Well, you only did 4?
That's it. They've 5. They've done 5.
Oh,
we don't have the fifth
one.
No, we do not.
Ooh, we don't have the 5th one.
2020. What am I talking about today? Well, as a matter of fact, this is all about Disney Springs. Tomorrow, Disney Springs opens, very limited. Not all locations will be open. However, those that are open, it's going to be very interesting because you'll have to check online, definitely about this. If you have a hankering to go to a restaurant at Disney Springs and hope to get that favorite dish of yours, it may not be on the menu. They're doing limited menus in all the restaurants, apparently. Even Ghirardelli, which will be opening tomorrow, is not going to be offering everything. So go check the website for Disney Springs, and you'll see the restaurants and stores that are opening tomorrow. And the stores that are owned by Disney, like World of Disney and Once Upon a Toy, those are going to be opening next week. So that's it. And there are also signs that are all over downtown Disney now, and those signs pretty much say that they're temporary postings. They say temporary warning. It says that at the very top of the sign, and that it's a health and safety reminders for people to wear face coverings and to maintain social distancing, as well as washing your hands and covering your coughs and sneezes, that kind of thing. So just look at the signs when you go to Disney Springs. I probably won't be there by the time.
No,
those signs will probably be gone by the time I get there. So
yeah, it's gonna be funky.
Yeah, and the thing is that if you wear a face covering, how do you eat? Well, when you're at your table, you're able to take the mask off to drink and eat. That's the rule.
Yeah, they can't force the whole.
You'll find fewer tables at the restaurants as well. So that's something else to consider when going to downtown Disney, Disney Springs. I always call it downtown Disney.
I don't know. My whole world was downtown Disney.
I always call it downtown Disney.
And then California is always downtown Disney. So
yeah,
it's hard for habits to break.
Exactly. It really is.
So
everyone, thank you. Thank you, moderators.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the help today, for the links that you've been posting. You've seen our social links posted there. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Pepper Tree Villa. You'll find us there. If you need to get a hold of us, that's a great way to get a hold of us, through direct message, or you can send us an email at peppertreevilla@gmail.com.
Sandy Duncan's in The Cat from Outer Space?
Yes, she is. So is McLean Stevenson.
Oh, is he from MASH?
Yes, McLean Stevenson's in the movie. So is, if I'm not mistaken, it is Ronnie Shell is the voice of the cat. And is it Bill Bixby, I think? No, not Bill Bixby.
No.
Is it? I remember McLean Stevenson and Sandy Duncan. And I also remember Ronnie Shell as the voice of the cat.
What year did The Cat from Outer Space?
I don't remember the years, mid 70s, I think, something like that. So I'm going to have to really do my research on this movie, because hopefully there will be a section about crimes and misdemeanors. I'm hoping so anyway. Ken Berry, that's who I was thinking of, not Bill Bixby. Ken Berry.
Ken Berry is one of the...
I remember him originally from Mayberry RFD. Once Andy Griffith left the show, the Andy Griffith Show, they relaunched it as Mayberry RFD.
Who's the Berry that was in?
Ken Berry was also in Mama's Family.
No, the little story of a lovely lady.
That's Barry Williams.
Oh, Barry Williams. It's a Barry. I didn't know.
And Richard, thank you so much. 1978. The Cat from Outer Space is from 1978.
Okay.
So a year after that wonderful film, Pete's Dragon.
Wow.
Yeah. So that you can see the progression, or should I say digression, of Walt Disney Pictures.
Well, that was already the dark period, about the mid 70s.
Yeah.
It started almost in the early 70s, but basically from the mid 70s almost into the early 80s was Disney's very, very, very dark period. They were horrible movies.
Well, what do they use for Kitty Litter in outer space? I think it just floats away.
It's a vacuum.
Yeah, it's a vacuum. So, let's see. We also have our support channels here. Richard, the Orlando guy, thank you so much for the help that you always provide so graciously. We also have Two Real Geeks, D&G Explorers. We have More Sunshine Please and Rob Fuzz. That rounds out our 5 support channels that we have. If I'm not mistaken, Jim of More Sunshine Please will be going live in just about an hour. So his channel is, let's see, like I said, More Sunshine Please is his channel. So that's in about an hour. And then we have D&G Explorers on Wednesday night. And that's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And then I'm working on a video right now. I started working on one edit, and there's a couple of other edits coming. We mentioned that today is National Devil's Food Cake Day. We don't have Devil's Food Cake, but we did make a chocolate pound cake. So that recipe is coming soon. So be paying attention. If you have not yet subscribed to Pepper Tree Villa on YouTube, please do so. And ring that bell so you know when we go live here on our live streams or when we drop a video. It always gives you it should give you an announcement.
Surfer Girl, that's Cherie.
Cherie, yes.
Cherie. He got out of surgery yesterday. Supposedly everything's fine. He had to stay overnight. I still haven't heard back if he's home yet. So thank you for bringing that up. That really actually means a lot. I didn't talk about it last night, but I just kind of like found out mid last night. So yeah, it was important elective surgery, and I'll get into that. But thank you guys for thinking about me. And you want to share some personal information, but you don't want to use this as a platform to go there. But I do appreciate it because it was a big deal. So
yes, it definitely was. And there's a question about if they thought that the cat from Bedknobs and Broomsticks was under a spell. No, the cat just looked mangy.
Oh, it had mange. That poor cat looked sickly. It had some serious problems to it.
At least that's what it looked like. We don't know. We just don't know at all. But yeah, it just looked a little mangy. I guess that's about it for today. Everyone,
so thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for the thoughts and prayers. We really appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And also, thank you so much for being here for this edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, with another edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. In the meantime, everyone, have a magical evening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Talk to you later.
See you later. Bye, everyone.
Ciao.